What's up guys, I started a review about 3 weeks ago on the FitBit Charge 3. I unboxed it as part of that review that I was filming at the time, and the first thing it wanted me to do is update it. So I put it on charge and started to update it, which ended up taking hours. But I've been wearing it now for about 3 weeks. So it's here, you can see that. There you go. Okay, really comfortable, really nice. So I just thought I'd give an honest review because I've not just unboxed it and telling you what it says in the box, I've actually been using it. So like I say, when I initially opened it, looks good, nice, everything like that, but I'm not going to tell you how to open a box, and I'm not going to tell you what you think looks good because you know that already. So it's got all the standard features that you expect on the Fitbit, the heart rate monitor, things like that. I did notice it's a lot more responsive on the other exercises like cycling and things like that. Seems to pick it up a lot better. So I've not managed to set up the GPS pace properly yet. I mean, that could be to do with my Huawei phone, I'm not sure. I'm using the P Smart at the moment. Maybe it's something to do with that, but everything else is set up fine. The notifications come through. You've got a notification area here, which I've got none at the moment. If you slide up, it's got all your statistics like your steps for the day, how many miles you've done, calories burnt, things like that. So the crystal clear display, it's so much smoother around the back here than the old Charge 2 was. Fits nicely. There's no clunky buttons, it's just like a touch sensitive. You feel it vibrate when you touch it, so you know you've pressed it. One of my bad points on this was the tilt action on the wrist. It's pretty similar to the Charge 2, where just looking at your wrist is supposed to turn it on. Now sometimes it does without even thinking about it. Sometimes I'll do that and I'll be doing it 3 times and I'll end up just having to touch it to see it on because it's not picking it up. It doesn't seem as responsive as the Charge 2 when it comes to that front. So the other thing I've not tested on it, which is a feature, is Fitbit Pay, which to be honest I don't need to be paying with my wrist. I've got my phone, I've got my cards, I've got everything else. So like I say, the biggest problem was that update at the start, and it took ages to sync to the phone, it took ages for the update. I think it was worth the wait in the end, but if it's a gift for someone, especially someone younger, you might want to bear that in mind and set it up before and then rebox it and give it them then, so they're not sat there all day and not being able to use it. So when they claim something's waterproof, you've got 2 types of people. You've got the people that grab it straight away and throw it in a pond and think, oh, it still works. And you've got the people like me who don't want to risk it. Is it really waterproof? Do I want to take that risk? Do I want to go through that rigmarole? Do I have to get it replaced, get it fixed, things like that? So the first time I kind of used it in the shower, I was a bit nervous checking it every 2 minutes, but it's been absolutely fine. The strap connectivity I was going to mention as well. Take it off here. So anyone who had the Charge 2 would notice it was big metal clips here, but obviously as part of this waterproofing, it's just a tiny little push sensitive button here, and it just slips off like that. It's very easy. It doesn't even feel like it's attached when you pull it off. It comes off that easy. But if you pull it that way without pressing the button, I'm putting quite a bit of force on that now, and that doesn't do anything. So it's just literally that tiny little button takes it off so easy. The tracking seems very accurate, there's no fooling it. The battery life's phenomenal as well, for it all being touch and stuff like that. I mean, I must charge this once every 3 to 4 days, and I'm using it constantly, not just on my wrist tracking, but checking it, going through the menus, using it for the notifications, things like that. So one of my biggest concerns with this was I had the old Charge 2, and one of the big things was that is when the battery did die, if I didn't have a charger with me, or if it was quite away from my charger, like I was at work and I left it at home, anything like that, and it died completely and it was dead for a while, when I got it back on, I had to resync it and reset it up as a new device on my phone, and I had so many problems. And you can see on the Charge 2 forums on Fitbit's site itself that people are littered with similar problems. There might have been just a few versions that it did that to, but mine was one of them. But this one I have let die completely, and left it a full day with no charge at all, purely for this reason. And then I powered it on, tested it, and it's synced in seconds. It's not lost it, it's not anything like that, and the app is just picked it up, no problems at all. For the money you're paying you're essentially getting a smartwatch. It's not just a fitness tracker, it's a brilliant smartwatch. It's superb. Someone sends me a message, I can see the start of a message, so I can see what they're saying roughly, see if it's emergency while I'm in a meeting without disturbing anything. The alarm's brilliant, it's really good. And just the look and feel, and I figured I've got it on. Still got a few things to look at. I've got to figure out how to stop the random challenges, so when I'm sat at my desk at work it doesn't go, oh no, you've got 58 more steps to go, quick, go for a walk. So it's just not possible, and it's just annoying when it vibrates. So I'm sure there'll be a way on the app to turn that off, so I'll have to just find that. Okay, so for the Fitbit app here, it's not changed for the Charge 3. It's got an update available there, as you see, so I'll do that after this. It's just syncing now, so I've not had this on today, so that's why that's syncing. So you've got your challenges here, there you go, weekly challenges, things like that, all the usual stuff there. Guidance, which is different workouts, routines, and how many calories they take. There's cool little features like that. The community, I've not really used the community much. I use Fitbit generally synced up with my Fitness Pal and things like that. So that's what I use it for. So I only have me as a friend, I have no friends. And notifications, which again, I have nothing there because I have no friends. So there we go, back to the home screen. So it's managed to sync now, so it's just said congratulations, I've done 10,000 steps. My target for the day is only 8,000, but that's because I work in an office. I'm sat at a desk most of the time, so that's quite an achievement for somebody who works at a desk all day. I've always loved this how did you sleep tracker, which is great, which you'll be able to tell from a lot of these that we have a newborn baby, so it's not great. Resting heart rate is currently 73. That's a bit up, that's probably because I'm doing all this. Oop, that's old. That needs to sync with my Fitness Pal because that weight is old. And there you go, and if you want to track your food on this, you can track this on this as well. So yeah, there's not much else to tell you on that. That's very simple. That's the app as it is. When you set it up, it's very simple to set up. You simply go here and you can set up a new device on here, and it will go through all the options, and you can set up the Charge 3, which is right there. So which is a very simple step-by-step, great user-friendly app. I should probably look into it more, because you can edit stuff like this. I can get rid of that, I don't need that, get rid of that, I don't need that. Oh yeah, there's this feature as well, which I'll just put it on, not like we need it, but yeah, it can track female health, birth control, etc. I'm not going to use that myself, so we'll take that off. But yeah, don't need steps per hour. Okay, well, I like that. There we go. So that's simplified my home screen a bit. Anyway, you've got the share function here, so you can share everything here, stats for the day, if you're competitive like that. So other than that, that's the app. Very simple. Okay, yeah, so that's about it. So in summary, worth every penny spent on it. I'd highly recommend it. I'd give it a 9 out of 10 out of my review. I don't have a particular rating, but the only time it'd drop a mark was for the extra long updates for the firmware. There should be a better way of doing that, maybe plugging it into a USB port via the charger, something like that, that can do it a lot quicker. But altogether, it's a superb addition to my journey and my weight loss and my fitness altogether, so it's great to know. So I hope it helps you, I hope it helps you make a decision. Enjoy, and I'll see you all soon.